Hi everyone, I'm Dragon with you. So today I'm ready to share second part of King of the Jungle event, and we will talk about three important things. First of all, about Heidi maxed. So his abilities now were improved by Asgard Ascension. Second, about Root of Evil. I'll share teams and my experience. And finally, about Time to Love, the event which was added today. So let's start with Heidi. That's a compilation of parts which were shown by Daniel on his live stream. And as we can see, Death Flower and Spy Camo were improved. So now they have Ascension improvement. First has more poison damage every 0.5 seconds, so it kind of improves. And Force says it gradually increases. So actually extra skill damage gradually increases. And in general, we can say that Heidi is a pure damage dealer, and we can improve his damage output by giving her more magic attack. So Celeste, for example, can double reroll and increase his magic attack significantly, allowing him to deal even more damage. So now, when we know this information, also he showed Ascension rank 5 boost for Heidi. We can assume that there should be a team which synergizes with Heidi, or he just needs to dodge enough enemy attacks from his abilities, obviously. So his camouflage helps him to survive, and that will help us a lot while fighting the boss. So now let's move to the second topic, which is Root of Evil. So for Root of Evil today I had some testing, and now I'm stuck at level 240. So I didn't try too many times. We need only Chrometal. To gain Chrometal, you can go to the first location and get 6 attempts to fight the boss. That's probably the cheapest option. We'll talk about mini units later on, but in general, we have an offer which team you can use for all those mini bosses. So let's talk about those teams now. First of all, Mark Langford shared a screenshot where he says that retreat will eliminate the chromatal, so fight until you lose. But today I saw that actually even if you lose, you still lose chromatal for some reason. Also, not for boss, the first team works, and I would say that I saw alike teams on Arena, and this team is generally effective, so not only for this particular event, but you can also use this team on Arena and get high rewards. So for mini units, you can choose whatever you like, but this is an option. And remember that other teams which are offered here depend on the level where you fight. So composition changes, that's important. The enemy changes his composition, which means you also need to adapt and find more suitable team. And that's the offers which he signed here. I tested since level 170 up to level 240, and I would say that mostly it worked. So only a couple of defeats. We have some sources of random from opponent and also from our Peppy at higher levels. And also I developed my own team. So my team for level 230 or 220 was like this. So instead of adding keep playing with Marsa, I just say, okay, let's try to go with another healer and save the core of the team. Because Chaba died too fast, and that's the reason why I decided to swap him. Okay, and finally, the team about Hero Wars Asgard High Damage. So that's a top level boss fighter team. And if you add 10 to 20 buff, it should work. Maybe not from the first time, maybe you need slightly more buff, but he showed that for him that worked. So that's also an example of a great team. And what we talked about before, Celeste buffs Heidi and they work together. So let me just share some of my experience of fighting with those teams with you to highlight how it works. So for example, Let's go to
Hi everyone, and Dragon with
the
you. So
moment
it's
where
based
I
on
fought
Jew,
Root of
Heidi.
Evil
Let's
with
try to
one of
win
the
on
offered
full auto
teams,
first. If
and
not,
let's check how it
what can
works.
be random? Look, so we have crit damage.
The only thing which I would like to highlight here is actually when you fight with Nebula, you may need to concentrate her ability on the best enemy damage dealers so that they get energy burnt, and that helps you to win easier. As for Jew team here, you see that everything was full auto, so I didn't have any problems at all. And that means you can just keep fighting with minor control, I would say. Maybe some synergy to help, but in general, that was pretty easy for me. The next experience, which made me think what I'm doing, was at next level. So here, as you can see, I won pretty easily and got my reward here for 180th level. So the next challenge was here. I tried to collect a team which suits the offered one, and the resulting team was like this. Actually, as I told you, Peppy is the source of random. Sometimes she will debuff the enemy in time, sometimes she will be a little late. But anyway, Peppy looks like a good choice, and with Mara, she's able to deal even more damage. So, as you can see, we're fighting on auto as well, but here I would like to highlight that sometimes I tried to use Nebula's burn ability just when we're near Dante. So when we are near Dante, she will stop him from spamming his ultimate, and that kind of helps us to win. So that's not a replay from log, that's my actual gameplay. Maybe not the first try, but that's how it worked. After that, I'd like to show you the fight, which was a bit later. So not this one. I tested same team at higher levels, but it didn't work well, so I had to change it later on. And we moved to another team, which was offered actually here. So for some time this team worked, but at higher levels it didn't. So we swapped it. Okay, let's go to another battle. Level 210. Level 210, I used the team which was offered here, and once again, so here I tried to be more careful. Here I tried to do some special stuff. And let's see that Nebula's ultimate is now manually controlled. So the idea is almost similar, but this time I forced her to ultimate when this thing is near enemy Dante. So Dante is a problem for my team, which means I force her to burn his energy and the tree's energy. That's how I manage to survive better. That's how I stay alive and remove the top enemy damage dealers from the fight actually. So this fight took some time. Let me just jump slightly forward, not to make you bored. Here we go. So as you can see, when we removed Aurora, when we removed Dante, that will be easy to finish. And that means we can actually just go full out after that and finish this fight. So now there's no point in super control. Everybody alive, everything's good, and we can proceed. So after that, I thought, well, let's change only the healer. So I will not add Chaba for level 220. Instead, I will just test same team, see that it doesn't work. I will not show this, and swap Marsa into Sia. So after that, I managed to be successful here. Look at this. So that's another test. This time we play Sia. She also adds some silence, and actually she's a nice healer too. So when somebody has low health, she boosts his speed, and as a result we have more effective ultimate synergy. And same idea here. So I tried to force Nebula to burn the tree's energy, maybe modular and maybe Daredevil, so that she couldn't burn my team. So as you can see, sometimes I control, sometimes I don't control, but in general, the idea is burn energy of your enemy's top damage dealer. And that's my team, so I used it. It works at level 230, I guess, or 220 this time, right? Let's see. So then I added it to the list. And here we go. So it worked at level 230. As for 240, so I tested all the teams which were mentioned above, and unfortunately I didn't win. I didn't win, but I tested them. So that's the list of teams. You can see 3 versions for level 240, and actually neither worked. But I didn't use any buffs. So for you, probably just use some buffs, and that's how you win them. Okay, so let's move to the final scene. The final scene which I wanted to share with you is Time to Love event. So Time to Love is almost similar as it was. We have 500 energy boost from developers for login. After that, VIP, get rewards for your VIP, buy emeralds and spend emeralds as usual. After that, we have energy planning. And here I would like to highlight two important things. So you are supposed to spend 10,000 energy. Also remember that King of the Jungle needs only Outland. So we have Outland here and Outland there, which means you can double value Outland and once just one value of energy. And anyway, the plan looks alike to what we had before. Look at that. So we have the energy plan in general. If you want to grab more than 6,000, then you can use either 200 offers, or what I recommend you to do is actually check which amount of energy bottles you have, because I already grabbed my bottles from the boss reward, and you also can get those bottles from Heidi event, from the shop. So buy some bottles, don't waste too many emeralds, and do the quest till you can. So that's the general recommendation. Check where you stop. Remember that we have 1,500 for login. That's why I removed 12 trades from my planning. And actually, you can do even 7,500 without those 200 offers at all. So this plan should be corrected on 12 trades. And finally, what I was talking about, let me show you. So if you go to King of the Jungle, to the shop, then we have bottled energy here. So I have 20 for defeating the boss. I can buy even more here and finish this quest without emeralds at all. So that's the basic idea of what I wanted to highlight about energy spending part. About Outland. So Outland is similar to what we had. So Outland quest is here. Check this out. We have 81 chests, and only if you want over 60, then you want actually to get 4,500 offer, which brings you more value at lower price. In general, I usually stop at 30 chests, so that's low cost option, which still brings you enough rewards for completing this quest. But actually we have double Outland quest, which means maybe it's a good idea to focus on Outland. That's how I did it actually this time. So I spend my emeralds only on Outland, and for energy only bottles. And finally, the more quests you do, the better you get. But I assume that if you want 57 quests to be done, then you should buy a lot of emeralds or spend a lot of emeralds. In both cases, you can win from that by emerald waterfalls, which is here, and which brings you extra rewards for whatever you do with emeralds. Okay, so I hope this overview was helpful. Also, if you need more resources, you can try this bundle to get more stuff and value. And wish you good luck with the boss. So thank you for watching. See you in my next videos, and good luck to you.